him in some kind of way, but your personality is so completely opposite of your name.
It's definitely not a Cecil.
No, yeah. I don't think that's even. Most people wouldn't know that was your name if it wasn't for freaking social media.
Yeah, but the funny thing is like people ask me all the time, "What's your real name?" and I tell them. It don't bother me. Like there's some artists out there that be like,
I don't want to
I don't care. My name is Cecil Kirby. You know, when I sound
Cecil Kirby.
Your last name's Kirby?
Yes, like Kirby the character.
Like Kirby the character.
There you go.
I used to sign my signature and I used to draw Kirby with a cap on. You know what I'm saying? When I used to draw way back in the day.
But yeah, I have to make fun of him, y'all. He's like the little brother I never had. Okay, so here's the backstory. We end up seeing each other right after, because it's officially at midnight been a year since I started my show. And I think I saw you, maybe 2 months after I started my show?
Yeah.
And his first thing, why ain't I been on your show yet? Why ain't you said you wanted to come on the show?
I mean, sure.
So this has been a back and forth almost a whole year, y'all, about him coming on the show. So every time we see each other, one of us goes, so why ain't I got this interview yet?
Yeah.
We literally, every time we see each other, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about anything else, but why I ain't got this interview?
That's what
Sir.
So she saw me, it was funny because she saw me at GalaxyCon.
And I was like...
And a mutual friend of ours, Andre.
Dre, our program director, they going back and forth about video games. And I'm like,
about Street Fighter 2, and I keep
having a competition, and I'm sitting there looking at them like, are y'all serious right now? Y'all really about to do this back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't care about that. Can I get an interview finally? Literally, I interjected, and they wanted me to be the witness. Well, I don't really care about being the witness to this bet y'all got going.
Until I do the interview.
Until I get the interview. Because it was something about if you won, he had to do something, and then if he won, he got an exclusive drop of something off of your album or something, and y'all wanted me to be the, and I was like, but I still ain't even got my interview yet, so why am I caring about this?
So I told him, this is what I basically told him. I was like, I'm going to win anyway, so you're going to play my music anyway, so, out of good gentlemen's, like, just being a good sport as a gentleman gesture, I was going to give him an exclusive song anyway, because he's not going to win.
I feel like we don't have to film this live competition because otherwise it'll be an argument for the end of time on who did what. So I feel like it's going to end up being a live whole little thing between the two of them. And they probably will never even get out the seats. They will probably go on all day playing for freaking Street Fighter because they are that serious about it.
No, I mean, for me, it'll just like, it'll be torture for him at some point, to where I just got to be stuck. And the only reason why I say it is because it happened to me, like it's happened before. There's this bachata singer, right? His name is Romeo Santos. He's like one of the biggest bachata artists in Latin culture. Like the man sells out arenas, football stadiums, things of that nature, right?
Right.
So he got this song called Audio that him, Rico, and Drake did, and it went #1 on the Latin chart. So when they doubled back and came to the studio to get more records from Rico, this was my first time meeting him. So the crew was telling me how he was really good at Street Fighter. So I'm like, yeah, I hear y'all, but he don't play it like I play it. He don't play it like me and my friends play it. He don't study frame data. He don't look for safe jumps and, you know what I'm saying?
This is some serious
business. You see what I'm saying? Pokes, footsies, like, you don't know these terms, right? Yeah. So I just asked him, I was like, yo, I heard you was good at Street Fighter. He was like, yeah, man, I watch the pros, I play it all the time. And mind you, he beats up on his crew, like his band members. They don't know how to play the game. And then he looked at me and said, and I'll F you up. I was like, ooh. It's like, what?
The gauntlet.
Yeah. I was like, what? I'll go get my arcade stick. I'll go get my setup right now. So I go to get it. I had it on Xbox, and he started complaining about the controller. So he was like, whatever. So, to make it fair for him, he came back in October. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy Street Fighter 4 for the PlayStation 3. One of y'all bring it, and I'll also bring an extra controller for him, right? So he came back. I ain't even said nothing yet. Like, I'm just in the corner. I'm chilling. I'm trying to get on this bachata house. I'm trying to make this bread. You know what I'm saying? So he says what up to everybody. And then right after he says what up to everybody, he just screams, where's your boy? Like it's been on his mind for like the past 4 or 5 months. And I'm
Wow.
like, bro, you're the president of Rock Nation Latin, and you really want to go back and forth with me on some Street Fighter? I'm gonna wreck you, dog.
Yo, he came in ready for you, though, didn't he?
I bet all types of crazy stuff. Like I made individual bets with everybody. I had one bet with one of my homeboys that said if I lose, I gotta shave one of my eyebrows off. I was like, okay,
What the?
yeah, just one of them though. So I mean, because I had a bet in pool with them. That's another story. But long story short,
Yo,
we had a bet in pool, and let's just say I lost my beard. Let's just say that.
That's nothing though.
That's
you
not.
could grow that back, but an eyebrow?
Yeah, I told
What
you.
the world?
But that's how like.
That's how serious y'all. See, this is why I can't get into this type of stuff because the bets and the challenges and see, I'm one of the people. I hate being somebody to dare me. I can't take it. It drives me. Don't dare me about something.
Yeah.
So I try not to put myself in them positions. I don't do bets because then I go to the extreme.
I don't either. I'm not a bet I'm not a super bad man. I'm not a super bad man. Like if you want me to bet on a basketball game, no. Football, no. Sports, no.
But some games, you'll do it.
That I'm involved in? Oh yeah.
You have some stake in it.
Control.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
Good
But
at
he
it.
was willing to lose a whole eyebrow,
Well,
y'all.
he
But
must
here's
be
the
really
thing.
good at it.
But I wasn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I
You
played.
too light skinned for all that, bruh.
I know. I will look like
Light.
yeah, it will look crazy.
Oh.
However, I
You was confident.
and not even more so caring. I was guaranteed to win. And then I'm not even saying that in a cocky manner. It's
Yeah,
just
sure.
that's just some people that don't play fighting games the way
That's
we
called
look at it.
confidence.
Okay, so now let me ask you this question. Because
Yeah.
speaking on games, and because you have been a part of it, because you knew exactly what the heck he was talking about.
Yeah.
We're over here looking at him like,
Yeah,
pokes? What the hell?
yeah. What's
Do
funny?
y'all consider that an art form?
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
it takes a lot of. The fighting game community really does not get the credit that it deserves. You know what I mean? Because there's people that look up frame data, looks up, if I throw this move out, am I safe? If I do it from this distance, is it safe? Am I going to get punished? It's a numbers game. So we look at it like numbers. It's simple.
It's like playing cards in a way when you play poker and stuff like that. I feel like
Yeah.
same. You do math in your head. It's strategy.
Yeah,
Strategy.
there's a lot of strategy involved. Like
I don't
nobody.
think people really even realize, like how we were talking about the cons. People don't even realize that they're for real serious, like gaming tournaments or like
Yeah,
millions
you
of
can
dollars.
Oh, yeah,
about
straight.
hundreds
Like-
of thousands.
Yeah, Capcom Cup just happened, and Capcom Cup just happened this Sunday, and it's a year-long tournament. Like people travel to major tournaments, and if you get depending on what you place, depends on what points. It's literally like the NBA. The people with the best records, they go in the playoffs, and then they play. Or NFL, it's exactly the same. So they travel to major tournaments, win, and then at the end they get, depending on how many points you got, determines your place in Capcom Cup. And they play in that tournament. Winner takes home $250,000.
Yeah. And they have
Yeah.
teams too. Like
It makes
I
me feel
watched
like we in the
Overwatch.
wrong line of business
Mhm.
sometimes when I hear stuff like this. I feel like
We in the right line.
Yeah.
No, we in the right line.
It's such a, and then
no, because like for example, this is something he know, but y'all don't know. I'm a retired hairstylist and makeup artist, and now this whole the wig game. And I used to make wigs. I used to do it. That was what I mastered. That was weaves. I was doing freaking show horse tails, y'all.
Yeah.
500 a pop to put fill in a tail on a horse at the horse farms, the show horses here in Kentucky.
Crazy.
Kid you not.
Crazy.
But I was looking and somebody was saying that they was charging for like a basic lace front wig easily can run you like $700-800. I'm like, did I get out the game too soon? Like, cause I can make how many wigs I don't want. I'm just saying, like sometimes you hear stuff that people are doing professionally. Because to me, them gaming terms, that's some professional stuff.
Yeah.
You're playing professionally.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, from the research I did, don't have regular 9-to-5 jobs. This is
No.
what they do.
No. Yeah, no.
And I'm like, they easily are earning millions of dollars a year in winnings.
Yeah.
And then you've got these people who are making, like I was saying, like these units, and they're making almost $1 million easily a year.
Yeah.
Sewing some freaking hair to a cat.
Because the middleman's getting cut out. I think that's what it is. The middleman that was really taking all the money is getting cut now.
Yo, it's crazy. But I mean, a lot of people I don't think realize, and I'm gonna say this. Growing up, I think our parents' generation, they had their ideas of what a career or what was productive that was gonna make money, how you were gonna have a career, support yourself and your family. So there were certain things that they were like, oh, that's not a real thing. That's not a real job. That's not a real, thing. Like back in the day, hair was not a real career. You can't make a living off of that. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
Video games for sure. I know it. Not one parent was encouraging their kid to be, a video game maker, a artist. Like you don't really I would say, probably the last 3 decades, no parent was probably saying that. In all honesty,
I was definitely put on like a limit. I think our generation definitely created the limit, because on PS4, from what I see now, you can set a limit for how long a kid could play. We definitely was responsible for the limit, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we would be on.
Because Saturday morning, you couldn't watch Saturday morning cartoons until you did your chores or whatever the little routine was. Yeah. Ours was you had to learn and write and know how to spell and say everybody's name, phone number, address, your mama name, your name, and then you could go watch the cartoons. And that was you learned how to talk and write real fast.
Yeah.
Really fast. Real fast.
I couldn't even play the game. I couldn't even play Nintendo on the weekend. It got so bad, my mother wouldn't let me play video games during the weekday. Only on the weekend.
I know kids like that.
Think about this too. Like, we talk about this right now. Think about how it's going to be another 20, 30 years from now.
Oh my freaking gosh.
They're going to, the things that we say that we feel like these kids nowadays, they don't know how easy they got it. Or they got so much leniency. Yeah. 20, 30 years down the line, they're going to be saying the same things to their kids about something different, like really like the
because I mean, like we talk about, the kids having phones now and social media, because I thank God social media wasn't around when I was growing up.
I will definitely say that I'm so glad that we didn't have social media.
Yo, us 80s and 90s babies for real. Yep. Even the 70 babies.
Yep, man.
Oh, because some of the stuff
I heard.
Yo.
Yeah.
And they would have been out there for the public to see.
Oh, yeah, been bad. They've been bad.
Because I'm like, some of the stuff that goes viral or that you hear people post about or you see on like TMZ, like news spreads like that now.
Yeah.
It's no longer just having to go to your TV to tune in to the news at 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock to find out what's going on in the world. You can literally touch your phone and see it when it's happening.
Right.
And literally got somebody going live filming whatever's happening.
Going on? That's crazy, man.
We're overstimulated for sure.
Absolutely.
With news and entertainment and everything. There's just too much.
There's no balance. No. I feel like there was a balance.
Yeah, because we were made, like, there was TV time, there was game time, there was outside time. Like, we actually had limits to what now it's nothing. They literally, I mean, let's be for real. Kids don't go nowhere without their phone.
Yeah.
Nobody does anymore. When's the last time you had to memorize a phone number?
I only know a few, but it's
I'm just saying, like, you ain't had to memorize a phone number forever.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of
the cloud is a mug. Google backup is a mug. Like,
that's a fact.
You ain't got to remember nobody's phone number, email ever again.
And I think that's why a lot of people's attention span is so short too.
Yeah.
True.
It's extreme.
And I think that's part of why the arts, I'm going to not say right now, but about, I would say maybe anywhere from 5 to the last 15 years, the arts have suffered.
Yeah.
It's starting to, I feel like there's a reemergence. Like you're talking about, you're doing, the Black Angel art exhibits, and then y'all are doing GreenByrd Comics, and y'all are trying to make a platform for artists. You being an artist and a producer, you know what I'm saying? The social media and the web has its benefits, but then it doesn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tomorrow wake up and just be like, I got something.
Hot
and
they smoking. Just throw it out there.
And throw it out there, and an artist be like, I need that beat. I mean, we've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Where somebody was playing around